Chosen one, listen closely. This message isn't for the crowd. It's not for those who fit in, who follow the rules of this world and feel at home in it. This is for you, the one who always felt like a stranger, even in familiar places. The one who questions why things never quite worked out the way they were supposed to. There's a reason you've been under constant attack. There's a reason your peace gets snatched the moment you start to rise. You're not just fighting bad habits. You're not just resisting temptation. You are being hunted by something demonic. This isn't just spiritual warfare. This is spiritual assassination. God didn't choose you to survive. He chose you to conquer. And right now, He's assigning you a mission that only the anointed can complete. There is a demon that's been hiding in your bloodline. A generational curse that's been feeding off your family for decades. It's been whispering lies, planting confusion, fueling cycles of failure and fear. It knows you're the one that was sent to end it. You've felt it, haven't you? That heaviness in your sleep, the sudden mood swings, the fear that comes out of nowhere. That's not just you. That's the demon sensing your awakening. Because every time you pray, every time you resist what destroyed others, you drive a sword deeper into its chest. But now, God says it's time to finish it. No more delay. No more running. No more tolerating what's been sent to kill your destiny. You are not weak. You are not confused. You are not random. You are the chosen executioner of a demonic cycle. And heaven is watching to see if you'll obey. This demon doesn't respond to pity. It doesn't flee from silence. It only dies by fire. The fire that comes when a chosen one stands up and says enough. You are not here to negotiate with darkness. You are here to destroy it. It's been hiding behind familiar faces, using the voice of people you love to manipulate you, twisting truth into guilt, turning boundaries into betrayal. But now, God is revealing every disguise. He's pulling the mask off the demon that's been draining your strength. This isn't just spiritual attack anymore. It's spiritual exposure. You're starting to see who was really sent to bless you and who was sent to break you. And this time you won't be fooled. Because God isn't just sharpening your sword. He's sharpening your vision. He's showing you the patterns, the setups, the hidden traps you used to walk right into. You used to call it bad luck. You used to blame yourself. But the truth is, there was a dark force assigned to your downfall. And now it's terrified. Because you're waking up. You're breaking free from the lies. You're moving different. You're praying louder. You're standing taller. And most dangerous of all, you're silent when they expect your reaction. Chosen one. That demon expected you to collapse, to go back to your old ways, to stay addicted to what numbed you. But God kept you, and now He's commissioning you. This isn't just about your freedom. It's about every soul tied to your obedience, every child that will live different, every future that will finally break the cycle of pain. You were born for this fight. You were trained in isolation. You were wounded to become weaponized. Heaven didn't pick a perfect soldier. It picked a broken one. Because only the broken become unbreakable. That demon knows your name. It knew you before you knew yourself. It studied your weakness. It followed you into relationships. It showed up in your childhood wounds. It tried to use your trauma as a leash. But it made one fatal mistake. It didn't account for the fire God was going to put in your bones. It didn't think you survived the isolation. It didn't expect you to wake up in the wilderness. Because the wilderness didn't kill you. It commissioned you. It taught you how to walk without applause. It showed you how to trust without answers. It stripped away the noise, until only the voice of God remained. Now you don't fear the storm. You are the storm. You don't run from devils. You hunt them. You don't beg for peace. You command it. You've been through too much to play nice with the enemy. You're done shrinking to keep demons comfortable. You're done smiling through spiritual warfare. You're done pretending you don't see what God is showing you. This is war, and you're not going in with empty hands. You've been equipped with discernment, with authority, with holy fire. The demon that's been sitting on your destiny. It's already been marked for execution, and your obedience is the weapon. So say what needs to be said. Cut off who needs to be cut. Pray when it feels dry. Worship when it feels dark. Fast when it feels impossible. Because you are not just fighting for you. You are breaking a chain that's wrapped around generations. This demon thinks you'll back down, but it has no idea who it's really dealing with. You weren't raised in peace so you could become soft. You were raised in chaos so you'd learn how to hear God through the noise. You weren't ignored so you feel worthless. You were hidden so no demon could stop your preparation. Every rejection, every betrayal, every breakdown, it wasn't random, it was warfare. Strategic, deliberate, timed. Because hell knew what heaven had planned. And now so do you. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to burn through darkness, to carry a voice that breaks chains, to walk in rooms and shift atmospheres without saying a word. That's why they left. That's why it didn't work out. That's why you couldn't stay in comfort. God wasn't building a follower. He was building a fighter. You don't need a sword made of steel. Your faith is the sword. Your purity is the fire. Your yes to God is the blow that will cut the head off that demon. But don't get distracted. It will try to seduce you with old feelings, old comforts, old names that used to break you. But you are not the same. Your tears have turned into oil. Your pain has turned into power. Your silence has become sacred. This demon is not just an enemy. It's a target. And you've been cleared to strike. This time you won't miss. It will scream when you pray. It will rage when you obey. It will twist everything to make you doubt what you heard from God. Because it knows, once you move in full faith, its grip is finished. You've seen the signs. The sudden attacks before breakthrough. The strange delays right before release. The confusion that comes when you're just about to make a move. That's not coincidence, that's resistance. But resistance is proof you're on the right path. Chosen one. You're not imagining this fight. You're not overreacting. What's been tormenting you isn't emotional. It's spiritual. That demon wants your silence. It fears your voice. Because the moment you open your mouth in authority, chains start to break, atmospheres start to shift, and hell starts to tremble. This is why the enemy tried to make you feel small. Why he tried to bury you under shame. Why he sent people to make you doubt your own discernment. But no more. God says you are awake now. And now that you've seen the enemy, you're responsible to slay it. Don't apologize for your authority. Don't downplay your discernment. Don't retreat because of pressure. Pressure is a sign that you're carrying weight. Holy weight. Demonic systems recognize what's on you. And they panic. Because one chosen one, fully surrendered, fully aligned, fully unafraid, is more dangerous than 1,000 lukewarm believers. You are that one. The demon tried to make you believe you were cursed. that your family's history was your future, that what broke them would break you. But it forgot. You don't carry a curse. You carry a calling. You weren't born to repeat the cycle. You were born to end it. And ending it won't come easy. It will cost you comfort. It will cost you connection. But it will gain you dominion. You're not just leaving Egypt. You're leading others out with you. That's why the battle is so intense. That's why the warfare never lets up. Because the demon knows. If you ever fully step into who you are, its kingdom falls. So it tries to distract you. With counterfeit friendships. With people who speak your language but don't carry your spirit. With opportunities that look divine but smell like compromise. But your spirit knows the difference. Your discernment is being refined by fire. And God is teaching your hands to war. This fight isn't about your name. It's about God's name being glorified through your victory. He chose you as the vessel. And when God chooses, no demon, no failure, no mistake can unchoose. So rise. Pray like a warrior. Walk like you're covered. Speak like you're backed by heaven. Because you are. The demon that thought it had time to destroy you just realized its time is up. It's been sitting in your bloodline like a throne, feeding off fear, feeding off addiction, feeding off silence. But now that throne is shaking because you've been given authority to tear it down, not just in prayer rooms, but in your daily choices. Every time you break a toxic agreement, every time you say no to what your flesh craves, every time you choose obedience over opinion, you are swinging the sword. You don't need applause. You don't need validation. All you need is God's word, and you already have it. This demon was hoping you'd stay tired. It counted on your trauma turning into rebellion. But instead of getting bitter, you got bold. Instead of staying broken, you became dangerous. It tried to convince you that spiritual warfare was a sign you were weak. But now you know. Spiritual warfare is confirmation that you're carrying something hell is terrified of. And that's why this mission was given to you. Not your siblings. Not your friends. You. Because God saw what you'd survive. He saw what you'd overcome. He saw the fire you carry and the devils you slay. You were not just born. You were sent. The demon wasn't afraid of your past. It was afraid of your becoming. And now it's too late. You've stepped into position. You've started to move in purpose. You've begun to speak with power. This isn't a suggestion. This is a divine order. Kill that demon. This demon didn't show up overnight. It was planted generations ago. It came through the doors your ancestors didn't know how to close. Doors of witchcraft. Doors of perversion. Doors of rebellion. And those doors stayed open until you. You've been called to stand in the gap. To intercede where others gave up. To fight in prayer where others fell in temptation. To renounce what your bloodline normalized. You are not just breaking habits. You're breaking altars. And altars don't fall with comfort. They fall with consecration. Late nights of prayer. Early mornings of warfare. Tears that nobody sees. Battles you can't even explain. But heaven sees you. And all of hell fears you. That's why the attacks have been so relentless. Why the pressure comes just when you start moving forward. Because you are dangerous now. Your obedience is doing more damage in the spirit realm than you realize. And the demon knows. Once you finish this assignment, its entire grip will be broken. So don't stop. Don't question the intensity. Don't second-guess your authority. You've been marked by God. You've been sealed by fire. You've been trained by pain. And now you are ready. Not to negotiate, not to tolerate, but to terminate the very force that's tried to choke your calling. You've been passive long enough. You've cried long enough. You've delayed long enough. It's time to go full force. To fast with strategy. To pray with aggression. To declare with fire. This isn't just about victory. It's about vengeance. Because the enemy didn't just attack you. He attacked your future. And now, through you, God is about to make him regret it. You see, chosen one, this isn't just a battle, it's a reckoning. That demon touched the wrong one when it came for you. It thought it was dealing with someone weak. It thought the abuse would silence you. It thought the depression would bury you. It thought the betrayal would break you. But all it did was activate you. Now you're praying like a warrior. You're watching like a prophet. You're moving like a general. You're not reacting out of pain anymore. You're responding with purpose. The devil planned to keep you in survival mode. But God has shifted you into battle mode. This demon been whispering. You're not ready. You're too wounded. You'll fail like they did. But that's the voice of a liar. And you were born to silence liars. The enemy always lies the loudest right before he gets slain. He tried to use your own mind against you. Made you think warfare meant something was wrong with you. Made you feel guilty for how tired you've been. But the truth is, you're not tired because you're weak. You're tired because you've been fighting battles in the spirit that most people can't even see. You've been standing in the gap, holding the line, protecting the territory God gave you. That's not weakness. That's warfare. That's weight. And only the chosen can carry it. You've reached the point of no return. There's no going back to the old you. No going back to pleasing people. No going back to fake peace. No going back to watered-down prayers. You were never meant to live normal. You were meant to live anointed. And the more pressure you feel, the more proof it is that you're right at the edge of breakthrough. Don't ease up. Don't get soft now. The demon is cornered. And your next move could be the final blow, chosen one. This is where many turn back. Right at the edge. Right when the demon starts screaming the loudest. Right when everything in the natural starts falling apart. But you're not like the rest. You've come too far to break now. You've bled too much to bow now. You've lost too much to let the enemy win now. This isn't the time to play safe. This is the time to strike hard. To go deeper in the Word. To pray when it hurts. To fast when your flesh begs you not to. To worship when your world is shaking. Because right now, you're not just being tested. You're being trusted. God could have given this mission to someone else. Someone more perfect. More polished. More qualified. But he didn't. He gave it to you. Because he knew what was inside of you. Because he put it there. The pain didn't create your power. It revealed it. And now the demon sees it too. That's why it's throwing everything at you. Confusion. Isolation. Temptation. Delay. Because it's desperate. You are one act of obedience away from full demolition. One midnight prayer away from full exposure. One fearless moment away from full breakthrough. So get your mind back. Reclaim your authority. Take your place on the front lines. You're not called to survive this demon. You're called to bury it. It ends with you. Not by chance, but by design. God chose you to finish what others were too wounded to face. And heaven will back every move you make in obedience. You are not alone in this war. You are surrounded by angels, by fire, by divine strategy. Now raise your voice. Lift your hands. Draw the sword. This is what you were born for. This demon has been screaming in the shadows for years. It has operated in your bloodline like a silent puppeteer, pulling strings, triggering cycles, feeding drama, fueling destruction. But chosen one, today the string breaks. Because now you don't just feel spiritual pressure. You understand it. You recognize the pattern. You discern the presence. You call it out by name. And when a chosen one starts calling demons by name, their power collapses. You've been given the authority to speak to it like Jesus did in the wilderness. It is written. Not I feel like. Not I think maybe. But it is written. You don't fight with feelings anymore. You fight with truth. And the truth is this. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No curse can stick to what God has cleansed. No darkness can hide where the chosen one shines. This demon thought you'd stay in confusion. It used people to plant doubt. It used trauma to weaken your identity. It used delay to frustrate your faith. But you stayed. You stood. You kept pressing forward when everything told you to give up. And now you carry the one thing it can't fight. Holy fire. The fire that exposes. The fire that purifies. The fire that consumes every lie. The demon that once mocked you is now trembling. Because you've stepped into your true form. Not the broken version of you. Not the afraid version of you. But the anointed warrior God always knew you were. You've crossed the line. There's no return. Only forward. Only fire. Only victory. If this word lit something inside you, don't ignore it. This wasn't just a message, it was a divine summons. You've been chosen to fight, to break, to lead. And this is your battleground. Subscribe to Chosen Core right now. Not for content, for confirmation, for alignment, for the next command in your calling. This is where warriors awaken. This is where demons fall. This is where you step fully into who you are. Subscribe now, because the mission is just beginning.